It was a beautiful day. That misty evening, two men were hiking through the serene Scottish Highlands. The hills were quiet, the air was calm. Everything seemed ordinary and they enjoyed the view. That was until they saw something. A massive diamond-shaped object suspended silently in the sky. There was no wings, there was no sound. It was just there, eerily still, just hovering in the sky. Calvine, a quiet hamlet in Perth and Kinross, Scotland. Two chefs from Fisher's Hotel in Pitlory decided to go for a hike in the surrounding moors. There, something caught their eye. A massive diamond-shaped UFO, reportedly 100 feet long, about the size of 3 school buses. It hung in the air with no visible propulsion, no smoke, and no sound. It reminded them of alien technology. Then, a Harrier fighter jet roared into the view, trying to scan the mysterious object. Unlike most of these stories, they didn't just stand there in shock, they acted. One of them snapped a series of 6 photographs, clear as day. They believed they had captured history. So they decided to send these photographs to the local newspaper, the Scottish Daily Record. But when it reached the UK Ministry of Defence, everything went quiet. The images were classified, the hikers went silent, and the people forgot about this incident. But this book changed everything. It was written by Nick Poe. Nick was a UFO specialist who worked for the government.
One of the most interesting cases in the British government's UFO files, the Calvine incident.
But the man who fought hard to bring these into the light and succeeded was Dr. David Clarke.
In 2005, when the Ministry of Defence took the decision to release their entire archive, they asked me to act as like the curator, the spokesperson for this massive sort of open government project, which saw something like 160 files, thousands of pages of information released, much of it redacted, all the personal information taken out, and that's when I first saw a very poor sort of scaled down version of this Calvine photograph. Here you go. Yeah, this is what was released in 2009, and that we still don't know whether that's a drawing based upon the original images or it's described as a view foil, and that's all there was in the files that were released in 2009. So it really sort of intrigued me at the time, and I thought there's something more going on with this photograph.
And there was. After years of search, all his sources led him to a press officer named Craig Lindsay. After receiving the word, Lindsay went through all the files in his garage and found it. One of the original 6 copies. After 32 years of the incident and years of searching, Clarke was ready to release them. But first, he needed to verify it. So he sent it to the Sheffield Hallam University, where his colleague Andrew Robinson was the senior lecturer in photography. And he did. The picture was unedited. This was it. Whatever the diamond-shaped object was in this photo, that was true, Robinson declared. This is the press officer Craig Lindsay with the original Calvine photo. But there was a problem. On the back of the photo, there was a copyright claim, written in red ink by a Kevin Russell. And Clarke did try to find this Kevin Russell, but it led to nowhere, and with that, the skeptics pounced. They argued that this mysterious diamond-shaped object might be a secret military project, Or it might even be the Aurora spy plane, which was rumored to be secretly tested in the 90s by both US and UK governments. But they found proof. This declassified MOD document shows that they found an unidentified flying object near Calvine. This also shows that the MOD in fact have confiscated the 6 Calvine photographs. This wasn't it. While I was researching for the Calvine UFO incident, what I came across was disturbing. This wasn't the first time that this mysterious diamond-shaped object was seen. It all began 12 years prior. In April 1978, a young girl named Janet Bull from Essex, England, claimed to see a diamond-shaped UFO pursued by 2 RAF jets. This is the drawing she made, an exact replica of the object in the Calvine photograph. Then in 1979, a police officer named Brett Lyne reported seeing the same thing. This was in Norfolk. At 7 a.m. after hearing a loud boom, he looked up to see a large diamond-shaped craft in the sky.
It was several times bigger than any aircraft I had ever seen.
And it kept happening. In 1980, before the Rendlesham Forest incident, dubbed as the Britain's Roswell, 2 men were in a forest 20 miles away. They reported seeing a similar diamond-shaped object, silent and still. Even a month before this, many locals all over the Suffolk County reported seeing the same thing. And it didn't just stop there. In September 1990, a mere month after the Calvine incident, another witness, Deborah Jones, reported seeing the same diamond-shaped craft while traveling from Ipswich to Kirby Cross. A decade of sightings, the same object, the same eerie silence. Some people believe of a long-term presence, watching and waiting to strike. Even Mark Christopher Lee, a UFO researcher and filmmaker, believes these sightings were real. Some even think it might be the infamous Black Knight satellite. But the skeptics argue, why are these sightings only happening in the UK? Now, what do I think? Well, I believe there is something involving the MOD. If not, why keep the file sealed until 2076, citing privacy concerns? But the skeptics have valid questions. Why only UK? Maybe it's a secret aircraft? So, do I think the believers are wrong? I don't know. But for all of us, I hope they are. What do you think? Is this just a secret military project? Or is there something more to it? Comment below. Thanks for watching. Signing off, this is the Unwinder from Unwinding Mysteries.